everybody, a vlog regarding the time a tree spoke to me. It was in Peru. We were on a Wachuma hike, so we were drinking a very special brew of the San Pedro cactus, Wachuma, the spirit. And we'd hiked up the mountain in the morning on a fast, so you'd have no breakfast. Very, very steep mountains there in the sacred valley where we were. And climbed straight up the mountain for an hour. Then you drink a cup of Wachuma in total prayer and meditation and surrender to Mother Earth and the blessings of the grandfather spirit, or the father spirit that comes through Wachuma. It's very male, masculine medicine. And what better way to open the doors of surrender to the divine feminine than through masculine? Through that channel, through that frequency that is gifted to our consciousness when we consume peyote or San Pedro, along with all the other very important active ingredients in those brews, in those medicines. So we hiked up a quarter of the way to the point where we met the tree. Now the Chacacoma trees, the two, male and female, where we went to sit, they are actually where the brew was made for the retreats on the summer solstice of 2015, underneath the Star of Bethlehem for 3 days and nights. The team of Shaman and apprentices and patients as well, I think, maybe, or maybe just the apprentices. Either way, dedicated, beautiful souls. Before I got there in July, in the end of when was it? When did I go? I can't remember. End of August. But in over the summer solstice, no, I went in July. Yeah, it's June, isn't it, the summer solstice? So anyway, summer solstice is when that beautiful medicine was brewed under that amazing looking star. Or the convergence of two stars to create more. Anyway, when we were there, I sat with a tree, a Chacacoma tree. I put my head against the tree, and as I put my head against the tree, my physical ears turned off. And I've experienced being deaf for 2 weeks when I fractured my skull as a child, so I know what it is to be deaf and or deafened. And my ears went deaf, and then from within, like a tuning fork. So if you put a tuning fork on your head, that vibration becoming one, the sounds as opposed to the vibrations, as opposed to the sound. It was very much like that, but I perceived the world through the tree. I could hear how a tree would hear, not through my ears, but through the perception senses, however that could be described, through the senses of the tree. And I could hear the bugs and the birds and the buzz of nature, and it was just phenomenal. And then I pulled my head off the tree, my ears turned back on, and I was like, well, that's cool. I put my head back on the tree, and then my ears turned off again, and I tuned back into the tree again. So I went deep into meditation, focusing upon the breath, to the heart, went deeper into a trance, taken there by the medicine. And then I heard a female voice for at least a minute or two, in pure telepathy, a message of how, when we share music, all we do, we attach to it. Even if we just send somebody a song, like creating a song ourselves, if we share music, or even other people's music, when we share that, we put an attachment upon it, much like if we share an email to somebody. So if we send an email, literally, with music on it, we can put an attachment on the email to that person. Now, when we send a song to somebody, we put an energetic attachment as well as the attachment. So you've got the email, the attachment of the song, and then the attachment of the spiritual energy or healing to that song. Or words, you know, or even just a thought. So if you're thinking of another, you're doing the same thing. And that was kind of, you know, within a split second, these things are unlocked within us. So it's not like we're being taught anything new, such, or a new telepathic communication in those sorts of instances at times. It's like we are opening a door to a certain point of recorded information placed within the matrix of the universe, within the surrounding now that you are in, and within your DNA and the DNA of the tree and everything else around you in that setting of space and setting that unlocks that moment of pure telepathic beauty and splendor, where you know intuitively exactly why the communication is there, the commune, the spirit is there. But if you go higher than that, or if you're in a higher frequency than that, you know everything, literally everything. And you think at that moment, I don't know if you're writing this down at all, in full breakthrough moments with source consciousness, and then when you're back out there, you're like, I can't remember anything now, all back to normal. Beauty of very, very deep spiritual work and ceremony. So yeah, I literally heard the voice of someone or something. Was it the tree? Was it Mother Earth? Was it the female shaman, Quaddy, as weird? Was it the higher self of one of the ladies that was there? Yeah, where do these voices come from? Because they're certainly not just part of our imagination. They're interactive half the time. When I've had other experiences like that, and another poignant experience as well for when I came back from Peru several months later. I went to go and commit suicide. This is 5 years ago. I was triggered by something someone said to me, and the depression and what was on me at the time. You know, I flipped and I went to go and do it. And as I walked through the space I was at in nature, I was stopped in my tracks fully by spirit and dropped to my knees. And in that moment of surrender, of magic and total and utter breakdown of my consciousness, I had another telepathic experience. And it was with the shaman from Peru and the shaman from England who had served me ayahuasca. The only two shaman at that time that served me ayahuasca. And there's a message of, what are you doing? And I kind of said, you know what I'm doing. And they said, why? You've gone through death many times now in ceremony, you know it's not worth that, you'll have to do it all again. And it snapped me out of whatever was on me and in me that needed to come out and be sent to earth in that moment. It snapped me out of it. And the message was, you've got a mission, you've got work to do, get on with it. And that was it. And it felt also that the shaman were there with great spirit around them too, to show them the work that they needed to do, which I feel they've definitely done, to ensure that no one else comes through their channel and then ends up in that state. Yeah. To make sure that safety is absolutely paramount, and follow-up of care is there, which it was with them, it was. But you know, everyone needs a little kick up the butt with their practices, and that was like I almost witnessed a higher self kick up the butt for another 2 shamans practices. And it also showed me to become a practitioner myself, what I will have to ensure everyone knows of, and what we need to be totally aware of when we're working with mental health, and to have survived all of this and gone through that now to be able to see the quantum mechanics of that, and then know, intuitively so much of what goes on with that, but then also know that we know nothing compared to, everything. It's very humbling. But there is real telepathy, guys. There really is, and people that have sat, brave people that have sat with me at high dose ceremonies, they were all, mostly all of them, not many of you, peace to you, but the people will be out there that will corroborate my stories, and I do seek to be able to record ESP on video, so we can be taken more seriously. I'm talking to trees, people are going to say I'm freaking nuts. However, if we show them a video of taking a normal person over the course of a few months, and then being able to demonstrate telepathy on video, maybe people then would take us more seriously when we say you can talk to trees when you're hiking in Surrender on San Pedro Cactus, the spirit of Uchuma. And that was one of the things that was sent to me by the shaman in Peru before I went there, was you're going to learn about telepathy. I was like, what? Really? Me? No. He said, you're going to be a shaman. I was like, what? Me? No. After they said that ayahuasca had told them in the ceremony to search on the internet for the man shouting about ayahuasca standing in the UK election, and then they found me and sent me that as a message. Yeah, crazy. Am I nuts? Yes. But compared to the rest of the world at the minute, I seem quite sane, I think. And if we can back these things up, let's share the magic. Let's not be the magic circle that keeps things secret. Let's be a new magic circle that shares the secrets of how to activate true magic, and love, and healing, and conquering all of our fears and all of the evil that can be within us and within other people. To stand over that as God, as a goddess, as pure power of inner standing. What we need to inner stand.